Hello guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Welcome back to my channel. I am Jane. How are you? I was not planning on making this video, but I feel like this is an issue that we really can't ignore. This is a lot bigger than just exclusion. I just want to quickly add, this is not canceling. I'm not canceling anyone. This is just criticism and calling out. This is not directed towards BTS, obviously, because I don't think they had any part in picking out any of these videos, so don't attack me. And lastly, I'm also not saying to boycott Big Hit or any idols or idol groups under them. That's not what I'm saying at all. Like, no. Like I said, this is not canceling, just calling out. This video will be split into 6-ish parts. First, it will be background info for anyone who needs it. I'll be explaining the outrage, discussing the excuses, talking about why this is such a big problem. Anyone who decides to gaslight this issue, I have something for you. Basically, what can we do about this? Because there's not much, but like, I have some suggestions. If you already know the background info, please skip to this timestamp, but if you don't, please stick around for this. Here are the basics so you can understand what's going on. Since their debut back in 2013, BTS has gained immense recognition for their musicality as well as a dedicated fan base known as ARMY. On November 20th, 2020, they had their comeback and they released their album B. The title track of the album was Life Goes On. Shortly after the release of the song, they announced on their TikTok account the Life Goes On challenge, where they asked ARMYs to submit different videos of them doing whatever, singing, dancing, painting, etc. to the song Life Goes On using the hashtag Life Goes On. And it was announced that they would be compiling all of those videos into a grand music video featuring a bunch of ARMYs from across the world in an attempt to connect ARMYs. And just for reference, the music video, the ARMY version, went up on December 31st, 2020. And I'm pretty sure you're like, what the heck? That seems like a really sweet idea, connecting ARMYs from across the world. Oh, gorgeous. The idea is sweet, but the execution... Let me get into that. BTS is under the company known as Big Hit. The company itself has been raving about how diverse and how immense and global their fan base has been. This is where the issue comes in. In the music video, if you watch it all the way through, it becomes apparent that there's not as much diversity as they're talking about. The fan base is definitely diverse, don't get me wrong. However, the music video does not feature the same diversity that they keep raving about. Specifically, what I mean by a lack of diversity, I mean there is like no representation of Black or South Asian ARMYs or POCs as a whole, especially those with non-Eurocentric features such as dark curly or coily hair, bushy eyebrows, big noses, big lips, dark skin. And shortly after, many people have started voicing their opinions saying, hey, not to sound rude or anything, but like, can you include us next time? Can you maybe add 1 or 2 of us, you know, the bare minimum? And after that, many K-pop stans, especially ARMYs, did what most K-pop stans are known and hated for. They gaslit the situation and basically made everyone feel horrible. I would like to show you guys some of the comments and excuses that I saw, especially on TikTok. However, most of them are deleted because, you know, cowards knowing that they're already in the wrong. But these are what the comments were along the line of. This is paraphrasing though, because I don't remember word for word. The POC's posts are unpopular. They may not have been pretty enough. Not everyone could be picked. Try again next time. To that I have to call BS and ask you to check your privilege. I'm gonna break down those 3 that I just said. If the posts are unpopular, who cares? You're a company, there's thousands of people. I get that you might be overworked, but if you're gonna be a company who brags about diversity, I suggest scrolling until you see some diversity. On top of that, saying that they're not pretty enough, how are they any less pretty than everyone else in the video? I don't know. And then, not everyone could be picked. Yes, of course, not everyone can be picked. However, once again, if you're gonna brag about diversity, show it. You can't just say it, you need to show it. Show and tell. Come on, we learned this in kindergarten. The intention of the music video may not have been to hurt anyone. It did, and it still does. Because in all honesty, it makes a lot of people feel like they're props and not people. Time and time again, POC's culture, especially indigenous, Black, South Asian cultures, are used as an aesthetic, something convenient, without any sincere apologies any lessons learned for the idol, or any real consequences to follow, because, you know, people bury it and no one actually teaches them anything, so it continuously happens. Oftentimes, our cultures are praised while we are mocked. I won't go in depth with this, but BTS themselves have a long history of racism, colorism, cultural appropriation, and even though it has lessened, I'm not going to praise the bare minimum, and I won't act like it never happened, because it did. And I'm pretty sure the exclusion in the music video brought a lot of ARMYs back to those times that really just hurt and hurt and hurt. Okay, so hi, this is editing me, so I'm holding the camera right now. Basically, I just want to further explain it and why I also brought up BTS's past. I'm pretty sure it pulled a lot of people out. Like, okay, so you feel part of a group, you feel like you're just, you know, ARMY. But seeing yourself not in that video, seeing no one like you, you just see the beauty standard and you don't see anyone that looks like you or anyone you know. It's just really upsetting, and it pulls you out of this together that this whole video was supposed to make everyone feel. It didn't make you feel like you were included. It made you feel like the other. The other syndrome is the worst feeling. It's basically where you realize that you're not like everyone else, that you're different. No one reason why, it's just you're the other because you're not a part of what's normal. Asking to be in a music video, asking to be included, that's not complaining. That's bare minimum. Like I've been saying, it's bare minimum. There's nothing wrong with asking to be included. You don't want this in your music video? You didn't want to pick me. Pick me. Choose me. Love me. But not like a pick me, you know? Yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. It's really inhumane for us to be used for tokenism and then to be excluded when you don't find us useful anymore. And, you know, BTS's main message is love, love yourself. But how are we supposed to love ourselves if we can't see ourselves? To the gaslighters, in all honesty, you guys aren't helping at all. You're not helping your idols. You're not helping anyone else in the fandoms. You're not helping at all. You're not going to save the reputation by burying all this stuff. It's going to resurface again. The internet exists. Additionally, it's counterproductive. Isn't it better for your idols to see the outrage and then understand the outrage and then learn from it to never do it again, so you don't have to continuously bury? Because isn't that exhausting? You're exhausting yourself for no reason. And I can only see a positive from stories about idols dismantling their biases that they may or may not know they have and just becoming a more respectful person. Like, isn't that a win-win? Now, what can we do? Not much. However, I just want to encourage everyone to continue being vocal about this and just continue to express their disappointment, because like I've been saying, ARMY is a large fan base with a lot of power, and if we all join together as allies for one another, then this can be a one and done thing to make sure this never happens again. Representation matters because it really affects how you see yourself and how you see others. And like I said, remaining vocal as someone who was excluded or someone who's an ally to someone who was excluded is the best weapon we have. Hopefully, I don't know if they will, I doubt they will. If the creators of the music video decide to make a new one, I hope they actually look for diversity. And, you know, I hope it's not the bare minimum. I was very happy to see hijabis in there though, because like, oh my gosh, thank you. It's been a while. It's been too long. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this helped you understand the situation, and I hope if you were someone who was on the fence or just didn't understand why it was a big deal, I hope this made you understand why it is a big deal. Like, comment, and subscribe. I don't even know. This is so weird. This is just a weird video to say that. Dislike if you want. It's engagement, so thank you. That's about it. So I'll see you in the next one. Bye.